Okay, well, I'll say again.
You like set the boundaries for the service users.
Yep.
Do you set your own boundaries in that little meeting, or do you do that separately?
When
Like your own professional boundaries?
Your own professional boundaries are normally set for you.
Yeah, by your employer.
Yeah, by your employer, but also by the people like the General Social Care Council or the UK Nursing Midwifery Council. They're usually set for you, but you have to be very clear with them. You have to say to people, it's like I worked with somebody who would, every member of staff, he'd want to come up and hug them. Now, as a professional, that can't happen. Do you know? Because then that creates a different relationship than a professional relationship. And you have to be friendly with people, and you have to have a warm relationship with people, but it can't go over a line.
Yeah.
So it has to still remain professional.
You have to do it yourself.
That's right, yes. Okay, so anybody else got any questions? Do you think you've answered all your own questions that you had? Oh, Jess.
How do you make sure that the responsibility is shared?
Well, a lot of what we did was this. So we as a group would meet together and we would agree what those boundaries were, and we'd also agree how we'd work with that person. So within this group, actually, other people were involved, people like psychologists, doctors and stuff like that, because some people end up ultimately on medication for things like this. And you have to be very, very aware as to how that's affecting someone. Okay. Any other questions? Is it that you haven't got any questions, or is it that you need some time to think of what those questions might be?
You answered all my questions, Steve.
Okay. Do we feel? Yes. Yes, I think by showing, one of the things that we used to do in order to deal with that was this bit, unconditional positive regard. If we showed people that we could consider everybody and value everybody, then we were role modelling for them themselves how they could show value to each other, and that actually happened as the time they moved out, and I was with them as they moved out of the hospital, and I was there with them for 2 years, and in that time people became much more valuing of people around them because we'd role modelled that, we'd demonstrated that. Okay. Any other quizzes? Millie?
How do you discourage physical harm to service users, staff, or employees?
Part of that was how we designed the rooms. So we would design the rooms so that it became things like the glass was toughened glass, so people couldn't put fists through glass. Do you know what I mean? Because that would be a way that someone might cause themselves harm, or push each other through toughened glass, because it then became impossible. So part of it was the design. Part of it was the clear boundaries. That was one of the behaviours that we would say was absolutely unacceptable. Was harm to other people or to themselves. And we would take people away. We would challenge them about what they were doing. We'd ask them to think about what they were doing, and 9 times out of 10 they would choose then not to do it. There is another time. 9 times out of 10 is not 10 times out of 10. And there were the odd occasions where you would do this, and people would then still be violent towards other people. And in that situation, we would give them the opportunity to calm down, and we would forcibly give them the opportunity to calm down. All right, we would remove everybody else from around the situation, and then we would keep them in a room and give them the opportunity to calm down, and then to think about what was going on, and to come down and think about other ways that they could deal with it, as opposed to actually causing harm to other people. All right, does that answer your question? Okay. Is everybody groovy? Gravy. 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 Good stuff. Excellent. Thank you, guys.